I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. You can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hit up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Mike, what up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Live on Woodsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rax.
What up, though? If you guys could only hear the conversations that go on here before we go on air.
I hope you can't hear the conversations that go on before we're live on there. Hot mics. We got a big show for you guys. I promise you. I think it was actually earlier this week that we were going to talk more UFC. So I brought back Ben the Bane Davis. He'll be joining us at 5:30 to talk UFC 282.
I wasn't here for the last one.
I know, I felt bad. But we got. Is this a big card?
No.
Yeah.
It's not. It's one of the weaker cards. Card of the year. We've been saying card of the year for the past like 7 pay-per-views, and then it's this one. It's like
I feel like last one was card of the year though.
Yeah.
That for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna ask Ben his card of the year and fart of the year. I'm gonna write that down, otherwise I'll forget.
Well, in other news, branching off from
Transitioning
smoothly. Chris Platty's personal idol, and the reason he got into music. No, I'm just kidding.
That's messed up.
R. Kelly dropped an album today.
Jesus, no.
R. Kelly dropped an album today from prison. How does that work? You think he's like recording it, 90 seconds at a time, or how does
the album costs like $15 to make?
Dude's sitting there with $500 worth of quarters. He's like, all right, accept it.
As soon as it starts,
yeah.
Jeez.
No, man. Listen, when I had my podcast, I was doing Out of the Basement. We obviously did a lot of MMA stuff. They're the easiest kind of guests to get, especially during quarantine. No one's doing anything anyway. So I had a lot of like MMA coaches and fighters on, and somehow, some way, we had a viewer in prison who'd watched every episode from prison.
Hey.
And then from his Instagram, messaged me and was like, "Hey, Easy, like this is what we do like here in prison to train. Like, can you have like one of these coaches review it and let us know what you think?" And I was just like, "Am I allowed to message this guy back? Like, do I get in trouble?"
You got to pay for it.
I know it. I'm gonna download the video. I'm gonna send it through Slack.
Collect Instagram DMs.
Yeah, dude, it was wild, man. It was wild.
Would you like to accept this DM from Beep for a charge of $10?
This call originates from a
Instagram.
correctional facility.
You ever see that video of the guy who had he had a pit bull? He had a pet dog. And there's definitely get some audio equipment in there for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. It is a weird day. It is a very weird day.
Justin was trying to listen to the album. It was like banned in like all streaming services. By the way.
He'd find it. So. He'd find it on Apple Music, and then he'd refresh, and it's taken down. And he found it on Amazon Music, and he refreshed, and it got taken down. But it was on SoundCloud.
Still on SoundCloud.
Still on until.
Don't look this man's music up, by the way. It was bopping. It was definitely uneasy to like the word part of it. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about like he was like, "Yeah, I had him backstage." I'm like, "Bro, like,
yeah,
I don't know."
Tough.
Yeah,
we talked about because the album's called "I Admit It."
Is it really?
Yeah. And we talked about like how OJ released a book that was "if" in really small text, and then "I did it" in full red text. And it's just wild. It's wild to me.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, by the way. Like, we know.
Yeah.
Both for him and R. Kelly, like.
Yeah.
Surprise! Like, Santa's not real.
One of the best moments in TV. One of the best moments in TV was Borat doing. Wait, what?
Santa is real. I was joking, Swinny. It was a joke.
Yeah, don't say that. Like.
What were you saying, Chris?
I've been so good all year.
But I was saying one of the best moments in TV history has to be Sacha Baron Cohen doing his Who Is America. I don't know if either of you saw that, but in the season finale, he sits down with OJ and he tries to get OJ to admit that he killed somebody. That he killed her. Dude. It was so funny. He's like, "I love my girlfriend, but sometimes I want to, you know what I mean?" Like, and OJ's like, "I don't know what you mean."
Yeah. It's a lot of shady stuff going on. It's a lot of shady stuff.
100%. There's another thing I put in the prep. I didn't send a picture for it, so I'm not even gonna bring that one up.
About AB?
Yeah.
About another crazy man?
Oh, man. That was
Yeah, another
It was
crazy
not
man, yeah.
Giselle. It looked like Giselle.
I didn't think it looked like Giselle. I mean, other people did, but like, did you think it did?
A little bit. I think it kind of looks like Giselle, but it's
a lost cause, Spence.
I guess it's his baby mama. That's what I heard through the grapevine.
Baby mama just looks just like Giselle.
Yeah, that's
Which also that must mean the standoff wasn't a real thing, right? If he's posting Instagram
yeah.
pics
I didn't
now.
even think about that.
Yeah,
Maybe he got somebody to post it for him.
JB and your fake news,
Yeah.
dude.
I got. That's all I can say.
I mean, I said, hey, one could buy a verification now, so you
Yeah.
never know. You
do.
truly never know.
I bought a verification for my Easy burner, so people don't know who's the real one.
Well, now I know you have the easy burner.
Yeah. We made them at the same time.
Now you expose my burner. It only retweets our tweets anyway.
Yeah, and Kanye.
It's kind of obvious. Yeah. Dude, I made a burner for Spence. And before all the stuff, and there's like two people who's following, Spencer and Kanye.
Yeah. Go look at him. Like, easy, bro. Come on. Unfollow that guy.
It's just Spencer and Kanye.
But yeah, it's
The range.
Bringing it back to sports though. Baker Mayfield, Josh McDaniels actually got early Christmas presents for you guys. Hold on. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I told you this was going to happen, man.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen. I not last night, not the way it happened, though. That was insane.
The Raiders choked that game away.
Josh McDaniels should be having a meeting with the ownership like today.
The owner's ugly as hell, so
He has a bowl cut.
I
He
just
doesn't
wanted
make
to
the
say
best
that.
decisions.
yeah, he hired Josh McDaniels. He has a bowl cut. He's a full-grown man. It's pretty
it
weird.
is weird.
It's pretty
Bowl
weird.
cut is not a grown
He
man.
was sitting with
He's a
Ice Cube.
70-year-old man too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
bro.
billionaire, too.
Cover one. Last minute of the game. You're just gonna I feel like college and high school sports, like well, high school it's different. The clock stops, but like just keep them in front of you and inbounds, and then keep the clock running. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And just man coverage down the final stretch of the game.
Yep.
And I mean, you guys saw the thumbnail if you clicked on the video. Jalen Carter hopes are dying down,
Vanished.
and he's moving up the board too. So it was already looking like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm going to have to pray for a couple Bears wins. Maybe the Bears get a big win this week.
that is weird. See, I can't even allow myself
Maybe-
to pray
Well,
for
they're
a Bears
winning one
win.
game.
Maybe Denver gets a big win this week.
No, they're facing Kansas City.
Yeah. Probably not.
Come on, bro. Did you see that, JB? Did you watch that game last night?
I caught a little bit of it. That last quarter, I think that's when I turned it off because I'm like, all right, this should be an easy win for the Raiders the rest of the way. But nope, I was wrong.
It sucks even more too because there's like you people,
Whoa.
Whoa.
you Baker Mayfield fans.
Maz.
Is Maz one for real?
Maz
Yes.
loves Baker Mayfield.
I can't tell if he's like trolling or if he's like I hope wish well for the kid or if he
No,
genuinely
he-
thinks
Oh no,
he's a good.
he legit likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes him or he thinks he's a good quarterback.
Think
Both.
Yeah.
I just kissed that man. I'm not joking. No, but what the hell?
Yo, wait, what?
No, but what? How?
I don't know why you
At
kissed
this
Maz
point,
on the mouth.
I was joking.
Right.
It's a joke.
Yeah, sure.
That was a joke.
Pretty specific joke.
Yeah.
But that's the other part that's annoying about it is like you have the Baker Mayfield defenders that been taking a fat L all year long, and then that happens.
Hopefully,
and you have to hear them yap their mouths. I
Hopefully he
told you.
just headbutts somebody a little bit too hard.
He
on the
headbutted
sideline.
someone last night.
Yeah, he's an idiot, and hopefully he does it a little too hard, and then maybe he's out for a
Concussion
game or
protocol.
two.
Yeah, I'd be cool
They
with
should
that.
just put him in like consistent concussion protocol because nobody does that.
He operates as if he's
Yes,
constantly
fully concussed.
Yeah, fully concussed.
He's like trailer park Johnny Manziel. That's what Baker Mayfield is.
Gee.
He's better than Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's trailer park. Johnny Manziel.
No, Johnny Manziel's rich as hell.
Johnny Manziel's trailer park. Baker Mayfield.
No, Johnny Manziel comes from oil money.
All money. Yeah, but I mean, look, he looks like
He's talking in terms of play.
Yeah. We'll play and like.
I mean,
off the
Johnny
field
Manziel,
actions.
it was off the field stuff that got him kicked out of the league.
On the field too, he was not good.
He wasn't good, but if Baker's not good either.
Baker's better than Johnny was. JB.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Baker was better than Johnny was.
I mean, I'm not saying it's by a wide margin though.
I know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look up his stats.
By the numbers. Obviously, you guys know we're doing by the numbers today too. Jared Goff was in a interview process or whatever you call those things. It was a press conference, it's like a locker room interview, and he said that this is the best ball he's playing in his career. We're gonna break that one down by the numbers. See what you think, Spinny. My new favorite topic or subject, I should say, prop it up. And every single week, never fails. This ends up with me, Spinny, doing ridiculous parlays.
Yeah.
Spinny's back there like, yeah, 3 touchdown scorer one. How you feel about that one? I'm like, dude, I'm the guy that bets $1. Don't do that.
Dalvin Cook's plus 1,800 for a 3 touchdown score.
The one
18,000.
The one I was teased by, only because like traditionally Lions get like burned on situations like the T.J. Hawkinson one. Plus 1,100 right now for 2 tuds. I don't hate it, and I'm only betting $1. I mean, I don't see why not.
You put it on there?
Yeah, I'll put $1 on that one for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
I might parlay it with a Jamal touchdown. That is a thing too. Looking today, he was like minus 105, and then Dalvin Cook was like minus 145 for a touchdown. It's like this guy leads the league.
I don't understand it either. They've been sleeping on him all year.
Did you pull up Johnny's numbers?
Yeah, they're not good. In 2015, he started 6 games. He was 2-4 or 2-4. He had 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Completed about 58% of his passes. That's pretty similar to what Baker's stats were this year, though.
What are Baker's?
I remember before the game, he was like, I don't have it looked up, but
okay, I thought you had it. Outside of that, the Detroit Red Wings, the Ned Wings, as I called them last night, was when Ned's in goal.
Trash.
Defense was thin though too, and like. Anytime there's an ESPN Plus or Hulu game, I guess it works the same.
Right now,
I feel like there's a curse.
Bro, they literally have the exact same numbers.
What is it?
Right now, Baker Mayfield, 6 starts this year, 1-5, 58% completion percentage, 1,543 yards, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
That's
not
crazy.
Really an athlete.
That's what I'm telling you, Johnny.
That is wild.
Johnny would have been able to play in the league if he wasn't.
Stop, because Baker had like years outside of like this year that were like not that. But still, I mean,
yeah. And I
you're
think
right.
Johnny Manziel would have been able to put up better stats than that if he wasn't.
Crackhead.
Yeah, doing stupid shit outside of football.
He was also like Johnny Manziel was like what, like 5'10", 5'9", wasn't a big dude, had small hands if I'm not mistaken.
Bryce Young's like 5'7", and he's going to be the #1 pick in the draft.
Bryce Young's not 5'7". Quit saying that. He's 5'11" and a half. No, I'm kidding. No, he's 6'2". Yeah. Well, Stroud, we talked about this a little bit yesterday too. Somehow Will Levis and Mel Kiper's
Lil Levis.
Yeah, he's his #3 prospect in all.
That's disgusting.
Right that is weird.
It's pretty gross.
Weird,
pretty gross.
I couldn't even like.
I'm cool with it though.
I couldn't even bullshit you. That being the case.
Yeah.
Will Levis being the #3 prospect.
Like a snake oil salesman.
Yeah, I couldn't even.
Here's my display of why Will Levis is better than Bryce Young.
It's nothing.
Okay, and let's talk about Jalen Carter.
Yeah, that's kind of how. I'll try to watch the video to be sold on it. I'm
Coffee with mayonnaise
There's a lot
tastes
going
worse than snake oil. 100%.
That's probably true. There's a lot going on around here this time of year too, especially our leader, the man, the myth, the legend, Chad Johnson, and his Wicked Awesome Wishes project. And on Tuesday, December 20th, from 4 to 7 p.m., you can come to the Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Jeff Okuda will be there. A bunch of Lions players will be there. Chad will be there and present. Obviously, a lot of Woodward sports personalities will be there. And Jeff Okuda and Chad Johnson have been planning all year to make this Christmas special. And they're going to be giving out shoes, clothes, coats, haircuts, anything that these underprivileged children in the city need. And it's a great event brought by Chad Johnson and Jeff Okuda, and a lot of other Lions players are coming out to support. So if you have the time on December 20th from 4 to 7, make sure you go check it out because it's going to be awesome. Really helping out people, really making sure everybody's having a great holiday season.
100%.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Love that from our fearless leader, Chad Johnson. And something else I love is the food at Big Boy. Because wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo. What about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, or the Blockbuster. So make sure you stop in your local Big Boy today.
Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Okuda gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Armani, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Chili Peppers Tangs, where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals, where they beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5, yo. Listen, don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans, your vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more on the way.
Chili Peppers, Dan.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodsportsCom. My boy, he's joined by my man Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TD booth, JB's moving the 1-2s. We're rocking along on a Friday, headed into the Detroit Lions weekend. Spinny's guaranteed the dub. We got pizza on it. Flannel Stan paid up on his pizza bet today.
He did.
But he didn't bring it on for you guys. So maybe I have to buy a second one.
It should have been just for me, anyways.
I brought the bet up.
Yeah, well, I was facing consequences on the other side of it. So.
You would have never enjoyed that pizza if I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, I would have.
And you had the odds forever in your favor. There's no way.
They almost did.
They almost did. But Jared Goff, never mind.
That was not Jared Goff's
fault. I don't want to hurt any feelings. I don't want to hurt any feelings. We had an opportunity that Jared Goff did miss a throw.
Yes.
Let's be real about it. But despite that missed throw, Jared Goff feels that he's having the best, he's playing the best ball of his career right now. Cat!
He's playing some great ball.
He's definitely playing some good ball.
Don't get it wrong, but you look at his season in 2018 when he threw for 4,688 yards and 32 touchdowns. That was the best year of his career. That was the best ball he was playing in his career. And it helps when you got big Wang Sling and Todd Gurley running in the backfield for you. It makes it a lot easier, but. That was the best ball of his career. If he wants to encapsulate that, he'd have to go for 1,000 yards and about 12 more touchdowns.
Yeah.
In these last 5 games, which I don't see happening. I mean, crazier things have happened, but I don't see that happening. He's playing great ball though. It's just not. It's one of his best years. I'll give him that. But
for sure,
I think 2017, 2018 were his best years.
Yeah, and I know that we're seen as like the Jared Goff haters, but I'm telling you guys, I'm just being like realistic about the situation. Matter of fact, Chris, at some point during this segment, I'm going to send you a clip of like what we had to say in September about Jared Goff and his offense. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the year, before this even happened, you and I had a debate about it. I was like, I think this could be his best year. Mm-hmm. We had that conversation, and it's not. I have the numbers here. In 2018, which is his best year by far, finished year I think with like 32 or maybe even 38 touchdowns, 4,600 yards. But throughout the first 13 games of that season, 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,934 yards on 64% completion.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. This year through 13 games, 19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 3,022 yards.
Yeah, no, this
Still
is his
64%
best year since then.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe his second. He had another good year after that, too.
Yeah, he had a good year after that. He had 4,638 yards in 2019. Only had 22 touchdowns, though, and 16 interceptions. But this is one of his best years in a long time. And props to him. He's playing very well. But his best year was by far in 2018.
I think he's happier here, though. Him saying that's my takeaway from. Unless he's obviously just capping. I know that the quarterbacks, that's one of the guys I hardly watch their pressers unless it's like after like an emotional win or emotional loss, because that's when you get some truth, right? They're a little bit on edge, so they say some stuff that's a little bit more spicy than typical. But like outside of that, Jared Goff, I said this on there too. Jared Goff and Nate Hutchinson give you the most bland interviews.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, great guy, love it, love ball, it's my favorite. But
he actually had 34 touchdowns in
2018
because he had 2 on the ground.
Yeah. Yep. I was going to say that too. He had 1 up until that point. I mean, that's, again, this year through 13 games compared to the 13 games in 2018, 8 less touchdowns, 4 more interceptions, and then 912 less yards.
And DNC Entertainment in the Woodward Sports chat says, in a pass-happy offense in L.A. No. That was a Todd Gurley offense in L.A. They ran a lot of play action. Mm-hmm. And they played off of Todd Gurley. So
100%.
It's pretty similar offense to what he's playing in right now.
Brandon Cook, one of those yak guys, could take it to the crib or take it deep either way. But what I was saying, though, is like I think this is like maybe the best they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I can't even say that. But I think he's happier here because of the situation and relationship that he has with Ben Johnson. Again, like don't forget they tailored this offense together in the offseason, which that was not the case in L.A. That's one of the reasons he kind of felt disrespected at times. And one of the reasons McVay didn't like him is he felt he had to like hold his hand through everything. He was in his earpiece up until the final 15 seconds where you can't be. Him and Ben Johnson, there's a little bit more trust there.
Yes.
And Jared Goff has said that multiple times throughout the season and a little bit in the offseason as well, is that like they have a relationship and he feels like he's given respect, which the way he says it feels like that was not the scenario in LA, which I know it's not the scenario in LA. That's kind of why they gave him the boot, I mean, it wasn't even just McVay that gave him the boot. You had players speak out afterward. One of them that plays in the Lions now, Michael Brockers.
Yes.
But hey, kudos to him. Like you said, he's ultimately at the end of the day, he is having a good season.
He's having a great season.
Yeah, and it's not anything that people think we're Jared Goff haters.
No.
We said this in the beginning of the season. This is going to be the case. We're big Johnson believers. People bashed us for believing in Ben Johnson. But
That's true.
I'll give you the reality of the situation. Jared Goff wasn't doing this before Ben Johnson. With Ben Johnson here, he is.
Yeah.
Like, that's it for me. But nonetheless, he's still doing well. And especially these past 5 games.
Especially these past 5 games. You can see once Ben Johnson took over last year, you saw the improvement. You saw them using him. He built this entire offense predicated to what Jared Goff can do and do well. And he's been putting that on, full exposure so far this year. So it's good to see it. It's good to see him go out there. And I don't get mad if you say Jared Goff's having a great year. I don't get mad if you say Jared Goff played very well last week. I get mad when you say he's a top 10 quarterback or he's the future of the Detroit Lions. That's when I get mad.
Yeah.
Because that's just simply not true.
Yeah. I'm less of a Jared Goff hater more than I am a troll. I like pissing off.
I said it multiple times. If he's getting paid $15 million a year, you would not hear me complaining at all.
Not at all, dude. What are we going to say, Chris?
I was just going to speak to that point of him not being the quarterback of the future, and that obviously being a very divisive, but I feel like also at the same time unified talk. Like most people are on board with Goff not being the quarterback of the future outside of a few people. Do you really think that he can be happy? Like you spoke to it easy, saying that he's the happiest. You think he's the happiest he's ever been. Do you really think you can be happy when the narrative around you is mostly you're not the quarterback of the future, or people are just constantly not sold on you?
I mean, he needs to make his own happiness. He needs to go out there and show that he can do that.
Yeah.
And change the minds of those people.
Yeah, and plus, like,
tough hill to climb.
Like what we say outside, sure, like maybe he hears it, maybe he doesn't, but I feel like his situation, his relationship is more like internal with those guys, and they all obviously believe in him. We heard Taylor Decker say it after the game last week, and he's going out right now, especially the past 5 games, and he's performing. He even last week, again, because DJ Chark didn't run the wrong route, last week made the right throw And I feel like that's like a redemption situation too. You know what I'm saying? Like both for himself and for the naysayers like us. He's like, I can do that. Like you saw it. And maybe it's not consistent enough, sure, but like I think ultimately, like where he's at right now within the organization, having them come around. I'm sorry, that the organization should like turn back around the season and have an opportunity for the playoffs, and having to say, suck it. You guys doubted us. You guys were talking, draft week 4. We had reporters asking the quarterback coach, is he looking at Bryce Young yet and stuff like that, and he's able to like go on this little 5-game streak, only 1 turnover, and balling. 7 touchdowns. He's playing really well as of late.
He is playing well. You can't hold that. You can't take that away from him. The man is playing very well. He's going out there and doing what he needs to do.
100%. What do you think, JB?
He's playing well. I mean, I give him credit for that. As far as going about his happiness, I think he needs to figure out if this is, the right spot for him. I mean, that is all on himself, whether he thinks he deserves everything that he's getting. I mean, of course, there's going to be criticism no matter where he goes. No matter if he leaves Detroit and goes somewhere else, they're still going to criticize him no matter what. So he has to find his own happiness, but I mean, he's still out there doing his job, playing the best ball that he can as of right now. As far as the future goes, I mean, he has to make his own decisions there, especially playing out on the field. You make your own decisions that way.
And part of it too, I think that's why he's happy too, because he knows Brad Holmes come out, and this is one of the reasons why, like the slappies. I'm lost in the whole situation a little bit, because Brad Holmes come out publicly and said there's been transparent conversation with Jared Goff that if there's an option to upgrade at that position, then they're gonna gonna explore it and more than likely take it. But he still has the opportunity to compete and keep his job. And at this point, if he's competing against projections of like other people that aren't there yet, he's looking pretty damn good.
Yes.
Because he is playing well as of late. So, yeah, I'm sure he's happy right now. Despite what other people have to say, he's still doing what he's got to do. And ultimately, as of late, it's reflected in wins.
That's for sure. Yeah. Chris, you had your hand raised?
No, I was just signaling I got the video.
He's just smelling his armpit.
Oh, you just smelling your armpit?
Oh, yeah.
The must?
This is more like a... You can stop like 30 seconds. So this is just a prediction from September 22nd. You can run it if you want. All right. I sent it late. I apologize. And you said a lot rests on the shoulders of Jared Goff. I think he can handle it because he was a part of the 13th most highest scoring offense in NFL history.
That was.
And the 2018 Rams. And I got something for you guys, too, in terms of like us keeping the pace of being a top 5 offense in the NFL this year. Because not only has Jared Goff done it before, but in terms of the first 2 games in 2018 when the Rams set that record, Jared Goff was throwing for 65%, 587 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. This year in the first 2 games... That was just a flex. Because we didn't hate it. We predicted this happening.
Yeah, for sure.
We told you guys we could have a good season.
Yeah,
we still wanted something for the future.
Yeah, it's not like we're saying that, he's terrible, he can't do anything. We know what he is.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And I think a lot of people are overvaluing his skill set.
They want his meat.
But he's playing very well. And if he was, like I said, if he wasn't getting paid $30 million a year, you wouldn't hear me complaining at all. Some people do want his meat. Where you can get our meat is the Butchery, because the Butchery is the official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network. You can call 248-682-2697, yes, 248-682-COWS, or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery, meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. And again, shout out to Chef Dave for the birth of his newest child. Congratulations, man. You obviously know the guy knows how to handle his meat, so why don't you go buy some from him at thebutcherysl.com.
Meat.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
With the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts of jewelry and other collectibles. In the last 2 weeks, Swiss Insurance has saved their clients an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing the coverage. There's a lot of money to free up for the giving season. Happy holidays for Swiss Insurance, and go Lions. Why do you do that every time?
Because I know what it actually says.
Oh, yeah. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rax.
What up, though?
AKA Kung Fu Spinny. And I bring out the Kung Fu Spinny because we got a Kung Fu guest coming on, my guy, Ben the Bane Davis, he's Twitter famous. He's the man on the Twitter streets. What's up, man?
There it is.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? It's good to see you, boys.
What up, man?
Good to see you, man.
How you been?
I've been all right, I've been a little bit better under the weather, right? That's the holiday season, giving me some presents early.
Yeah.
But outside of that, dude, fantastic. We got a fantastic fight coming up. I mean, this card, it's lost its luster. That main event falling apart.
Yes.
It was tough. It was difficult.
Yeah.
But the one that we have now, still amazing. I mean, Jan Blachowicz, Polish power. This guy is going to remind some people why he was the light heavyweight champion of the world. But he's got the dark knight of the division, Magomed Ankalaev. Dude, this guy has to work in construction because he's got bricks for hands, baby. He put people to sleep earlier in his career. Had a couple duds. I'll tell you what, Easy. He had a couple boring fights. I wasn't a big fan of Magomed. But those wins over Iwan Kudalaba, Dalcha Lungiambula, man, that's got to get you on the train.
The pronunciations
the
are my
pronunciation
lord.
is
Okay.
on point.
All right,
man.
my research, baby. I do my research.
And that's my first question I want to ask you right off the bat. How much of a drop-off is this card from the main one? Obviously, everybody was excited for Yuri Glover, too. We wanted to see that. We wanted to see those guys go at it again because the first fight was so amazing that you felt like Glover was going to win, and then Yuri finished it with the choke at the end, and it was crazy to watch. How much of a drop-off will that be with this new headliner coming into this fight?
I'm not going to lie. If I was going to put it in percentages, maybe about a 20 to 30% loss of the star power, the storylines, the narratives that we had going into it. And to remind people, this was also a card that many thought John Jones was going to be coming back on against Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
So you think about the expectations, last pay-per-view of the year, and it is a bit flat. But outside of the main event, right, you still have so many star-studded matchups. Darren Till is returning, right? He's going to be lighting up the stands. Paddy Pimblett, of course, the UFC's newest cash cow, takes on his toughest task to date. So while the main event fell apart a little bit, this card is really still spectacular, I would say.
Yeah, you brought up one question I want to ask you specifically too, because Paddy Pimblett going against Jordan, I'm sure people want to hear about the fight inside the octagon, but I think there's a bigger storyline going on outside the octagon with Paddy Pimblett in his fight with the heel Wani. What'd you make of his comments on the Dana? Was that his podcast or Dana's podcast?
It's Paddy's, yeah. So he's got his podcast called Chatting Pony, and
what a name!
PR disaster. Pimblett's been on the last couple of days. Listen, he said it himself. If you shoot at the king, do not miss. And Paddy took a big swing and missed. I think that the problem is his response to Ariel. After Ariel brought the receipts, I mean the text messages, the voice notes, everything. He unpacked and dissected Pimblett, and Pimblett's response was, "Oh, he's lying, lad. He's just bullshit, man." Like, it's fine. It doesn't hold water. After Wani just takes everything out of the trunk, and Paddy's response is just more bullshit. I think it's tough, and I think that we're going to see that reflected in his performance. Some people are saying, Easy, that the moment's getting to him, and I think that might be true because not only is he having these PR disasters, but he's also focusing on a lot of other fighters. The Ilya Taporia nonsense is frustrating me. You've got a guy in Jared Gordon who's fought a number of names. He's been in the UFC for years. He's got a decent style. He's old. He's a little slow.
He's pretty old.
But he's durable. You know what I mean? He's durable. And so for Paddy to just have so many different focuses and frames, and I'm not saying that there's going to be an upset, but I think that there is a potential for one.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that too, about Paddy's meteoric rise and how he's doing this. And obviously we know Dana likes to prop up his all-stars, his cash cows and stuff like that, but him already being a co-main on a pay-per-view seems like a big jump. Is that just Dana trying to push another star out there, trying to find that next Connor, whether it's Patty, whether it's Sean, wherever he's going with it? Or
Patty does numbers.
Yeah, Patty does numbers. Is that
Patty
all it
does
is,
numbers.
really?
Brings in the eyes. I think that's what it is. You know, you tackle that with the loss of the main event. Patty just found himself in this position. I mean, there were a couple other fights that you could have slotted in for the co-main, but Pimblett's the biggest draw. That's how it works. If you bring in eyes, you get rewarded for it. You get better opportunities. And I think that the digital marketing aspect of it is becoming more well-known with fighters. That's why you see them having these YouTube channels and these podcasts and these other types of content to bring in fans and bring in attention. It's not rocket science. If you bring in eyes, you'll get more shit for it.
For sure.
I have a little bit of theory of Patty. I've never actually spoke this publicly, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah. But we know Conor at least teases about coming back and fighting. We know how big of a shit talker Patty is.
Yeah.
It's in the lightweight division, which Conor was once the king of. It's kind of a winnable fight for Conor as well, in my opinion. Do you think it's a winnable fight?
The king of the lightweight division. The king of the...
Once upon a time.
Fight at
Once upon a time.
He has one win. It's a singular performance.
I hear you.
Outside of that, he has never won in the lightweight division.
I hear you.
It's bananas easy. And here's the thing.
Him versus Patty, though. Tell me it doesn't sell.
It sells. I'll give you the short answer. It sells big. Of course it sells big. What are you talking about? I just explained the metrics on it. It'll do huge numbers. And if Conor McGregor loses to Michael Chandler, perfect. Right there you go. Right? Because McGregor, right, that start, he's not going to beat Chandler. Chandler kills him, I think.
Chandler's going to mash him.
He's going to murder him. And so then maybe later in the year, right, Patty's got to be fringe 15 at that point, maybe even top 15. Slap it together. Why the hell not? I think the juice of Conor McGregor is just not the prime anymore, right? Yeah, it's bitter. We've had this. He spent so much time outside the octagon, and he's not going to come back until the middle of the year, right? This USADA 6-month testing protocol. He's not going to get the exception. Why the hell would he? It makes no sense that he's like, I'm going to book one for February. No, you're not. You've got 6 months to wait until your test.
Speaking of hit jobs, obviously Dana wouldn't do that to his boy Conor, but if you going up against Chandler, it feels like a hit job. Nate, that was a total hit job that he had on him.
Yeah.
But
that was garbage.
Darren Till coming back and going up against Duplessis.
Man.
This seems like it could be bad for as much. I love Darren Till. He's a fan favorite. Smash Brothers, very cool guy. Everybody loves him. But what's going on with this? Does he have a chance in this fight?
Of course he has a chance. Of course he has a chance. Gang, I know that we reflect on Darren Till's prior performances, and we've got a lot of criticism. There's a lot of negativity surrounding him. But think about it. He had the ACL issues with Derek Brunson, right? I think that the motivation is different coming up to 185 after getting murked by Tyron Woodley. This is a former title challenger in Darren Till. Now, he's not the same person he was, but Jurgis Duplessis it's a different stylistic matchup. He's got a lot of defensive holes, especially if you're pressuring him. So if Till comes out, takes the center, puts Duplessis on the back foot, I think that... Listen, I'm not saying that he's going to get a KO, but I've seen Drickus get hit, I've seen him get dropped, and I've seen him get finished. It's not impossible, and I think this version of Darren Till, he's looking motivated, boys. I think we're going to get some vintage Till Saturday night.
I hope so. I love Darren Till.
I think he gets slapped.
Yeah,
I think he gets
Shut
slapped.
up, Easy! Shut up!
The people's main event, obviously, on every different card, there's a different fight. This one, I feel like it's Bryce Mitchell going against Poirier. And I don't know what to make of it, man. And Bryce Mitchell was an underdog in this fight, too. I don't know if you guys saw that in the lines, at least in the UFC website I was looking earlier. Actually, no, the bet today I took was underdog,
Plus 135 or something like that. And that speaks to the confidence that the Betting Republic has in Ilia Topuria. I think there is a lot of acknowledgement that this guy will go on to challenge for a title one day. He's got all the skills necessary, and taking the firepower from Jai Herbert up a weight class, rallying back, he's tough. He's durable. And I don't think that Mitchell is going to be able to implement the ground game as effectively as he wants to, just because of Topuria's strengths in that defensive grappling department. And while Mitchell's striking has gotten better, I mean, it's leaps and bounds better. He knocked down Edson Barboza, of all people.
Yeah.
It's not on the level of Ilia Topuria. I think when you get in that pocket scenario, those clinch scenarios, Topuria's power is going to put Mitchell out within 2 rounds.
Man, I feel bad because Bryce Mitchell is one of the more interesting characters to grace the octagon.
That's for sure.
He's a wild man.
Yes, he is one of a kind. I guess I got like two questions for you before we go for break, and I appreciate you joining us. But the first one, the Ilie Topuria and Patty Pimblett, that's been he's the hand sanitizer boy. It's been going on for quite a while. Do you think we ever see that, I guess, come to fruition? Do you think Dana wants to keep his cash cow safe from savages like that for a minute? I know it's different weight classes too, but
right, of course. Well, different weight classes, but I think Topuria kills him in any weight class. I think Ilie Topuria can find Patty's shin, crack it, and put him to sleep. And there is a reason why these guys are on the same cards, right? They keep booking them on the same card. Clearly, there's some thinking behind the scenes about maybe a matchup in the future. But if I'm Patty Pimblett, I do not want anything that has to do with Ilie Topuria, Terrence McKinney, Matt Frivola. I'm staying away from these guys who have nothing but firecrackers in their hands. And, you know, I want guys like Jared Gordon who are more grappling based, who are more of a wrestler type style and don't have that speed, don't have that power necessarily. So if I'm Patty, I do not want anything to do with Ilya.
Yeah,
I agree.
But before we let you go, it seems like the past 5 pay-per-view cards, at least, we've been like, oh, this is card of the year, huge fights up at the top, and most of them have delivered on that. I want to know what has been your card of the year so far for 2022?
Oh, gosh, man, that's a fantastic question. My memory is going to fail me, but I'm going to just take it back to 281 because I think that had everything that you could have possibly wanted with Israel Adesanya falling to Alex Pereira, who I just saw the PI the other day. That guy is massive.
He's so big. It is insane.
You know what I mean? So I'll go with 281. I know that's a little bit more recency bias, of course, but that card really did have high expectations, and it delivered.
The Chandler Poirier,
Poirier was a scrap.
One last one to squeak in before we go to break, and I appreciate you joining us again. But last week, people were calling the Thompson-Holland fight of the year. I know you missed it live. I didn't agree. I thought it was more Thompson beating the shit out of Holland for a majority of the part. What is your fight of the year thus far this year? Or the candidates? You have to pick one singular one.
Yeah. My fight of the year is going to be Saturday night UFC 282 when Billy Quarantillo strangles Alexander Hernandez.
Billy the Squid.
The Great. That's going to be my fight of the year.
I love that. And final question, is it time for Robbie Lawler to hang him up? You look at this, he's 40 years old, he got the fight canceled. I mean, he's a legend, but like...
Answer's yes.
Yeah.
I'd say 1-2 more. Give him some legend fights. Give him some older fighters that are some fun scraps. Dude, he went to war with Barbarita, and he had him hurt, right? So I think that there's still a little bit of gas left in the tank, some tread on the tires. But Robbie Lawler's days of competing for titles or being in the top 15 of divisions or taking on tough opponents, that is concluded.
For sure.
Ben, I appreciate you joining us. Do you have anything going on this weekend that people should tune in for?
Thank you, boys. Nothing but coverage. I've got a couple big interviews coming out later today and tomorrow. Me, Megan Anderson, Terrence McKinney, and Shaq from CBS are going to be doing a Twitter Spaces. Make sure you tune in there an hour before the prelims tomorrow.
That's very sweet. Thank you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Appreciate you joining us, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon.
You too. Ben's the man.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. We don't talk enough UFC.
We don't. I'm glad we got to do it, get it out the way. But it's time to talk about working out.
Yeah,
if you want to get in the octagon, you gotta be in shape.
You got a card coming up. Maybe you gotta get in that cardio, do something like that. Head over to Planet Fitness because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. Tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes on the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Okuda gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Armani, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
At Alta,
Uptime
matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need. You got a big project coming up?
Bog.
Alta Rent has you covered. Make sure you give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment where
Uptime
matters. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodsports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Morax.
What up, though?
Got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth at 1 to 2s, and we're rocking along on a Friday before UFC 282. So we had to do it. We had to give people what they want.
Yes.
All right. I understand we got a big football following, which we're talking football all day, by the way. But we got to talk UFC.
We got a lot of football coming up.
Lots of football coming up. What we got coming up next, Spinny?
By the numbers.
By the numbers. That's actually one of my favorite ones, too.
Yeah.
And it leads into, like, you make good bets if you look at some of these numbers, for real.
Facts.
And you got more than me. So I'm going to have you start off. JB, drop the beat on.
All right, first things first. First
I'm
thing I'm looking at. First things first, I'm the realist. By the numbers. The golden child of Detroit sports. The sun god. Amon-Ra St. Brown in his career against the Vikings, albeit short career, averages 9.7 targets a game. So you know he's going to get that ball thrown his way. You know he's going to catch a lot of those. So expect Amon-Ra to put up some serious numbers.
I like it. I mean, I don't doubt it. He's the man. He is the sun god.
The sun god.
JB Smooth. You come prepared by the numbers today. I know you did 2 shows.
I got
today.
you on
Let's
this
go.
one. I got you. My first one is 31.
31.
The Vikings ranked 31st in yards allowed per game. Last Sunday alone, they let your boy Mike White throw for over 369 yards. If Goff can get in the rhythm and stay in that rhythm, attack those short passes, bro, we got a chance.
I love that there's a picture of a flannel wedding picture behind you.
Let me see it. Put the camera on again. Where is it? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
How'd you spot that?
They're all over the place.
Show the people, because now everyone's got to see. Looks like just pixels beforehand.
Adam and Justin printed them out and put them all over the office.
No, Stick stole them.
Stick stole them?
Yeah, we stole them from the wedding. I told you had a good time. You
That's
should have
even
came.
better, yeah.
Oh, Pops was. I think that was the night Pops got it.
Yes.
All right. By the numbers.
Sorry, Easy.
It's-
Sorry
yeah.
I couldn't come, bro.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Chill, bro.
Yo.
Hey, get this man out of here, fam. What? By the numbers. The Minnesota Vikings are 10-0 in their last 10 games when Dalvin Cook
Get it together, bro.
gets over 20 carries a game. We say it every single week, and I feel like football just goes this way. You look at how dominant the Michigan team is. They run the damn ball. You got to stop the run.
Yes.
We can't allow Dalvin Cook to get going. We can't allow him to get in any type of rhythm because clearly the more carries he gets, the more deadly he is. He's liable to break off a home run anytime he touches the ball. Let's limit him. Let's keep him passing so Kirk Cousins can make a mistake and maybe sack him a couple times too.
Facts. And by the numbers. For my next number is 80. Because DeAndre Swift, the man who looked like he was back in that last game, the man who looked like he was that running back that the Lions had the first 4 weeks of the season, against the Vikings in his career, averages 80 yards from scrimmage.
Who?
DeAndre Swift.
Sheesh.
So let me know. We got prop it up. Prop it up. Prop it up. Prop it up. We're going to get into that later. But by the numbers, DeAndre Swift has good games against the Vikings.
That's facts. JB Smooth. By the numbers.
By the numbers. My number is 3-0. The Lions are currently 5-2 against the spread, but they are 3-0 against the spread against divisional games. Take that -2.5 with confidence.
Damn. I like it.
I like that. That's a good by the number. I like that one.
Good number.
That is a good number. All right, guys. I got a surprising one for you. I was going to say it for the last one of the day, but I'm going to tell you right now.
More.
All right. More.
The number is more.
The number is more. We like El Jefe this year. We said El Jefe has arrived. We're not going to call him Jeff Okuda. We'll call him El Jefe because you get nicknames when you ball out.
Facts.
First game against Minnesota, he held Justin Jefferson to 13 yards. 13 yards. And yes, it's bracket coverage. Say what you want. I went back and did my homework to see the last time that Justin Jefferson was covered by Jeff Okuda. Mm-hmm. And it went back to his rookie year where he only allowed 49 yards. On average, by the numbers, 39. Justin Jefferson only averaged 39 yards a game when covered by El Jefe.
El Jefe. That's a
Might
good
be able to
number.
do it again.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
And we have our very own wide receiver in the house, Braylon Edwards, in the Woodward Sports Chat, all the way from Cali.
Shout out.
Shout out to him. He's asking who he should start, Goff or Brady, this week in fantasy. I'm saying Goff. Because by the numbers, Jared Goff executes against the Minnesota Vikings. In 5 games in his career, Jared Goff has 1,466 yards against the Minnesota Vikings. So I'd go Jared Goff for you, B.
100%. And by the numbers, another reason to take Jared Goff is the Minnesota Vikings. My number's 32. They're the 32nd ranked passing defense in the entire league.
Cheese.
That's less than the Detroit Lions. And we had a historically bad defense.
Let's go.
Of all time.
We're not last.
Yeah, we don't suck. No, 100%.
No, we suck again.
I hope that's not the case. But Braylon, start Jared Goff. Jared Goff's going off against his Viking defense. It's been struggling. They got one of their best corners, Dantzler, who's not even that great, is on IR. He might return this week, but I'm starting Goff for sure. By the numbers. JB Smooth.
My next number is 5-0. The Lions are 5-0 when they win the turnover battle. We need to repeat the same defensive performance we gave to the Vikings in week 3 by limiting Jefferson and putting pressure on Cousins right there to cough up that ball. So we got a shot. We got a chance.
I like that.
And by the numbers, it seems like the Lions have a good chance of winning that turnover battle. Because in Jared Goff's 5 starts against the Vikings, he has a 9-3 touchdown to interception ratio.
Sheesh.
So the man goes out there and he gives it to the Vikings. I'm not going to lie. So by the numbers, that's looking pretty good.
100%. By the numbers, the number is 8. All right. Teams with above 800 winning percentage are 0-8 after week 14 and beyond against subpar teams since the Super Bowl era. I put that in Slack. I don't know if you had the chance to make a graphic of it. If
I
you
got
didn't,
you.
no big deal. But just know.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I do.
Throw it up there. Just by
My
the
bad.
numbers.
I thought you just dropped it, yeah.
No, you're fine. Look at that.
Yeah. In the Super Bowl era, 8 teams with an 80% winning percentage had been the underdog versus a sub 500 team in week 14 or later that season. Of those teams, 8-0 versus the spread and 8-0 or 0-8 versus
I'm
the
about to
spread
say,
and
motherfucker.
0-8 straight up.
Straight up. Since we didn't technically shake on the pizza bet, it's off.
No,
We didn't shake.
we did shake. It's on
Chris did
camera.
this weird camera
Yeah.
thing. Look, we can't shake. Look. Hey, bro.
Hey, don't come in my mouth.
Oh, wait, I'm throw it.
Idiot.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What? What are you doing?
You're supposed to punch him.
Hey, look, girl, let me whisper here. Tell you a little something I like that. JB Smooth, by the numbers.
Oh my God. My last one is 4. Our former tight end, TJ Hockenson, has had 4 receptions in all of his games since coming over to the Vikings. But from what I heard, our boy Malcolm Rodriguez has the assignment of guarding him. And even though he does not have the size advantage that TJ Hockenson has, it's going to be very, very interesting what kind of game plan the Lions plan to roll out against TJ. So I'm interested in this matchup.
Hell yeah.
Calm down,
Malcolm's got
bro.
that dog in him. TJ don't.
Speed it Rodriguez.
TJ got that little puppy. Malcolm's got that.
How do
Sorry.
puppies sound again? I've never heard a puppy sound like that.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm taking it straight to the vet if it
We
made
had,
that noise.
we had 9 puppies in my house at one time. My dog gave birth. They're blind, they can't walk, and they're deaf, so they just crawl around on the floor like. My last number for by the numbers is yet another Jared Goff statistic versus the Vikings. Like I said, in 5 games, although he's only 2-3, he has a 64.2 100% completion percentage against the Vikings. So by the numbers, Jared Goff will be efficient, and he's going to put up some good stats.
100%. Brandon's out there listening. Definitely start Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Young Chris.
Yeah.
You come prepared. No buy the numbers. Make one up
got
if you
one
had
number.
to. You got
65,000, the number of people expected to be in Lions Stadium to watch the Vikings get their ass whooped.
I like that.
There you go.
I like a good number.
There we go.
That is good. Is that a real number? Or did you make that up?
No, I heard it on Armani and Edwards today.
Sources?
Shout out.
Trust
With
me, bro.
Mass.
With Mass.
Yeah.
With Mass. And filling in Lindsey Hunter.
Facts.
Facts.
Shout out to Armani and Edwards with Maz. And that was our favorite, well, one of our favorite segments. Prop It Up's growing on me. I'm not going to lie.
Prop it up.
Prop It Up.
Yeah, I like
Prop It Up.
We're going to
Damn.
get into that later.
100%. And before we get into that, let me tell you guys about Bedrock Detroit.
I can make your bed right.
DeckedOutDetroit.com. Downtown Detroit's all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade. Plus, you grab some drinks before or after the Lions whoop the Vikings' ass. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with DeckedOutDetroit.com.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been, I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day. Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
You just heard about it, but you didn't hear enough. Because everything that's going on downtown at the Monroe Midway. The Midway has swapped out roller skating, basketball, and mini golf for a giant Arctic slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, and puck putt. That could get you in trouble.
It's putt puck.
Puck putt.
Mine says putt puck.
We have the same one. It says puck putt.
Putt puck. That's what I'm saying.
Puck putt.
Putt puck.
I hate you. With free entry to the site, enjoy the variety of new activations aimed at creating exceptional winter experiences for everyone. Get to the Midway this winter and enjoy Santa sightings and tasty treats and make magical memories during the most wonderful time of the year. You guys keep saying it. You want us to go down the slide, but I don't got health insurance. So if you want us to go down the slide, if we get injured, chat foots the bill.
100%.
What it has to be.
100%.
What it has to be. But like we said, they got winter bumper cars. They got the Arctic slide, 20 feet high, 80 feet long. On an inner tube.
Hey, yo.
This sounds like your boy's going to crash into something.
100%.
They got putt puck.
Yeah. Putt puck.
Puck putt.
Puck putt.
They have
Say hi.
The Midway Arcade and food favorites. Like we said, we're gonna find Santa and we're gonna challenge that man to an eating contest.
Oh yeah, an eating contest. Yeah.
Friday fades with Santa.
Friday fades with Santa.
Friday fades with Santa. Dude, we should do
Get
that.
the hand.
Somebody
Every
asked,
Friday until Christmas, bring in a Santa in here and just fight him.
bro, honestly,
Friday fades
I'm
with
down.
Santa.
Do the haka with them.
Yeah. They have at the Monroe Street Midway. Guess what they got? Toasty treats like burgers, pierogies, homemade chili, chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese bites, plus gluten-free and vegan goodies. So, Cade, come out. They got vegan food. Puck putt. Santa sightings. Check it out. The Midway is going to be popping this winter.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin More Rex. Pucks. Activations. We have all the activations down here.
All the activations.
Young Chris in the TD booth.
Live now.
JB Smooth, the ones and twos. We're rocking along on a Friday.
Chris heard activations. He thought of his idol again.
Relax. Relax. That's ignition. No.
All right, we gave you guys by the numbers.
Yes.
And by the numbers automatically segues. So informs you on like statistics throughout, I guess, Lions history or certain players' history against the team they're facing that week. So it kind of leans you towards some bets. What was that?
I don't know. I'm getting excited.
Oh, okay. Prop it up. Prop it up.
Prop it up. Prop it up. Bring all your girl, then I'll prop her up.
There
All
you
right,
go.
my first question, my first prop for all of you is a juicy one. DeAndre Swift.
These are actual props, too.
These are actual props found on FanDuel. DeAndre, no free sponsors.
No free
Found them by
sponsors.
yourself.
Yeah. I'll send you
DeAndre
a promo
Swift, over under 25.5 receiving yards.
Easy over all day. 100% give me the over. He's been averaging, I think, on the year around that. And the games he's actually played, I'll pull it up right now, actually. Hold on. DeAndre Swift on the season is averaging. Are you looking too?
No.
What are you looking at?
I'm firing back in the chat.
Okay. On average, per game, DeAndre Swift's having 29 yards per game receiving. Give me the over on that one. And he's healthy now, too. You saw him last week. He had a great performance. What are you thinking, JB? You're the degenerate of the show. No offense.
It's a healthy Swift.
I don't take that offensively.
It's a healthy DeAndre Swift, so of course I'm smashing that over on that one.
Yeah.
Chris?
For me, I'm actually taking the under. I know that the pass defense isn't good, but at the end of the day, I think Goff's going to have like one or two favorite targets this game, and it might not be Swift. It might end up being Swift, but I think he's going to go to one or two guys, and so some people are going to get unders, even though it's a bad passing defense.
Okay.
You idiot.
Doesn't really make sense. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you think it's been?
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm going over. I already nailed that one in. Actually, DeAndre Swift over
Yes, sir.
is in one of my parlays. And another one that's in one of my parlays,
What?
Kirk Cousins over under 2.5 rushing yards. Easy. Where are you at?
This one's actually tough because, like, the rushing yards, it sounds like an easy 2.5. Detroit Lions are letting, like 40 yards per game to quarterbacks on the ground, but sacks take a part in this. Last time, Kirk Cousins was like -1 because of the amount of sacks he took. So it's,
I didn't know that.
We're healthy. Josh Pascal, Romeo Quara. I think Aiden Hutchinson is healthier coming in this game. Don't forget, like, the situation last time going to Minnesota, Aiden Hutchinson, I should say, had that like banged up knee or thigh contusion, whatever the hell. It was like a weird situation that he faced in the Commanders game. So I think he might be getting sacked up quite a bit. And our boy, Matt Falk from One Bar, he said they have a backup tackle in this week too.
He did.
So
Sack it up.
it sounds like an easy over, but I actually might just stay away from this one. I'm going to go under, just to be
JB?
safe.
I don't know. I think this one's an easy over for me. In all honesty, look, I know Kirk Cousins is a lot comfortable in the pocket and staying in that pocket, so the Lions have to do a good job of getting pressure on him, disrupting his pass, so he's going to be running for his life. So I think this is going to be an easy bet right here. I'm taking it over.
All right, Chris?
I'm taking the under because he's going to get sacked. I mean, the dude doesn't move. He will rush for over 10 yards, but he'll probably get sacked once or twice this game. So I'll take the under.
All right, I'm going to take the over. I think, yeah, he maybe gets sacked once or twice, and what's that, a loss of 6, loss of 4? And I expect him to break off 1 or 2, maybe on third down, rush for a first down. So I'm going to take the over 2.5.
I'm gonna spin this, actually. I don't have an actual number for this one, but Detroit Lions 2 sacks against the Minnesota Vikings. You going over or under on that one?
What,
1.5. 1.5.
1.5 over.
JB Smooth?
Over.
All right, 2.5. Let's make it more fun then. Sounds like everyone's going to go over on that one.
Over.
Over. Well, okay. JB?
2.5. I'll take the under. See, it ends at 2.
Young Chris?
Over. They're getting 3.
All right. Spinning. What else you got in the dock? If you prop it up.
Oh, I was like, I already said over. God. All right, next up.
Leave me alone.
We got the man that torched us for a game winner last week. Or not last week. The last time the Vikings played the Lions, this man torched them for a game winner. KJ Osborne, over under 23.5 receiving yards.
Ooh, start with JB on this one.
No,
do it because I'm doing a poll for it.
All right, JB.
I'll take the under.
Under? Why?
Under.
You got a reasoning? Seasoning?
Just because I said, like, the Lions are going to get a lot more pressure on Kirk Cousins this time around. And I just think he's got his eyes set on Jefferson, and that is it. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe Jalen Reagor might even show up for this game. I don't know.
Okay, and no seasoning, Chris?
No seasoning, Chris. I hate you. I hate you. I'm taking the over.
Okay. Easy?
I'm going over. I cut this one off the parlay that we were building in the back, but last time, obviously Jeff Okudah, if he plays, he's had an illness this week. He's a little bit under the weather. But if he plays, historically against Justin Jefferson, he's kind of held him in check. And maybe with bracket coverage or maybe if not, but nonetheless, it's been the case. And then you have Adam Thielen covering Jerry Jacobs. I think the one constant open target or the guy to look for is going to be KJ Osborne or TJ Hockenson. So I'll flirt with you over on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over as well for all the reasons that Sleazy just said. I think you got guys like Jeff Okudah and Jerry Jacobs are going to have their hands full with other targets. He's going to get Will Harris, Mike Hughes, one of those guys. And it's really only, 2 catches for him to get to this yardage total because he does run a lot of deep routes. So I'm going to go over.
All right. How about the guy returning for his revenge game? TJ Hockenson. The over-under set at 45.5.
Oh, man, that is tough. That is like right at what TJ Hockenson does. That 45 yards. I'm going to go under. Because my boy Malcolm's going to clamp him down.
JB?
It's 45.5.
Yeah.
I might have to take the over on this one just because I think he'll just get right over there, like 49.
Okay.
Or right at 50. So give me the over on this one.
I'm not going to go too much over, but I will go over just because I think he's going to try to go to Justin Jefferson early. Okudah's going to have that on lock, so it's going to force him to stare down other people and go to other people.
100%. In this games against Minnesota, he's averaging... Where is it at? Yards per game. Can't find
over.
It. I'm going the over either way. On minimum, I think it's the least amount of yards he's had in a Minnesota Vikings uniforms in 34. In the same situation like I've drawn out before, Jeff Okudah on Jefferson. You have Jacobs on Thielen. It's going to be Osborne or Hockenson that are going to be able to hurt us. And truthfully, I think Hawkinson's a better weapon. So
yeah, that's fair. I got another one for you. Adam Thielen, over under 47.5 receiving yards.
Under.
Under?
Under. I know that last time he had a big game against us, but that was with Amani Oruwariye in the game, and he was struggling. Amani Oruwariye, 6 penalties.
6 penalties.
6 penalties in that game. I believe he was benched immediately afterward. It was a rough outing for Amani Oruwariye. Luckily enough, and I'm not trying to discredit him or disrespect him, but Jerry Jacobs is now here, and Jerry Jacobs has been performing really well since coming back, and that's who I'm assuming is going to be on Adam Thielen, and he's put together well enough to be physical, and he's fast enough to cover him like down the field too.
Yeah.
So Jerry Jacobs ain't gonna lock him down. Not lock him down, but he ain't getting 47.5. I'm not buying that. No.
Okay.
I'm
JB?
I think I'm siding with Easy on this one with the under. Like, I don't know. I know Kirk Cousins is going to end up going to him and Hockenson, probably like the easier targets over Jefferson, but I just don't have faith in Thielen. Like, he's been declining as a wide receiver, man. So I'm taking it under.
All right, Chris?
That bum's getting seatbelt.
Seatbelt game.
I'm going over. I think I don't think it's going to be crazy over, but I think he'll get around 50 yards.
Yeah. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 83.5. Over.
It's over. I'm taking Amon-Ra's over every game for the rest of the year.
That's fair. I did not take this over. I went to alternate receiving
what
yards.
A loser.
I hit 60 just to be safe because I looked at his average against the Vikings. I was going to do my by the numbers, and it's around like 63 yards.
By the numbers.
So I was going to play it safe. I know that 60 is guaranteed. 83 might be pushing because he's now a target for these defenses. JB?
Game over. Amon-Ra cashes on this one easy.
Nice, Spence.
Young Chris.
Oh, I'm going the over. Easy. Easy.
Easy, like you're asking me easy? I already answered.
No. Okay. Like Pusha T. Easy
I got one more.
All right.
Staying on track with my first one. DeAndre Swift, over under 35.5 rushing yards.
That one I'm a little bit more nervous about just because of the splits between he and Jamal Williams. But if I had to pick gun to the head.
You do. I'm asking you.
My gun is to your head right now.
To JB, over under 35.5 rushing yards for DeAndre Swift.
I'll take the over. He's like I said, he's healthy. He's getting more opportunities out there, so I'll take the over on him.
Chris?
He's looking good. I'm gonna take the over. Easy.
I'm also gonna take the over. You know, if he busts one, then that'll be enough for the over. So
after saying he's looking good, if he busts one,
he looked good last week. If he busts one, then that's 35.5 right there.
Prop it up.
Hey, yo.
I got a real good bet. It's not a prop, but it's just something. Well, I guess it technically is a prop. Something you guys should check out. Maybe throw a couple dollars on. First drive touchdown in this game is plus 250. Both of these teams get off the hot starts. Check it out.
That's for either team?
Either team. First drive for whoever gets the ball first.
So you can put $1 and still profit 50 cents?
Yeah.
That's
well,
how
it's plus 250.
Yeah. So what, you put $1 down?
You get $2.50.
Exactly. You still you put down each one and still profit 50 cents.
No, it's just first drive touchdown.
Yeah.
So whoever gets the ball first.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 250.
All day. I'll take that one too. Tell us about SMA for if none of these bets hit that we gave out for 10 minutes.
If you just listen 10 minutes and
you're going to have to go to SMA if that happens, or the sports marketing agency to help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. And trust me, everyone, I used to work in this field. I know that coming out and seeking help, these people feel like they're going to get judged for it. So that is where the stigma comes from. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
The Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pig game called Folding. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play, as well as private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foldingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live at woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmore Rax.
What up, though?
You got young Chris in the T booth, JB Smooth 1 to 2s. We're here to map out your weekend for you, all right? First and foremost, you're going to go to your Cash App right now. Hashtag me31. Send as much money as you can. No, I'm kidding.
Then go to Venmo. At Spinmore Rax. Send him some Chad.
No, but honestly, last night, the Detroit Lions were set back a little bit in terms of like draft stock. The situation they have going off the Rams pick. Obviously Baker Mayfield and Josh McDaniels collaborated on that one.
I hate Josh McDaniels.
I hate Josh McDaniels and I hate Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, same.
I hate Baker Mayfield fans. Maybe not so much Baker Mayfield. He's actually kind of funny.
Don't hate on Maz.
Yeah.
You kissed him on the mouth.
Yeah, don't hate on that. You kiss him in the mouth. That's just salty.
That part. It was salty. You're right. Not kidding.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo.
So low key.
But no, map it out your weekend though. Obviously, you want to root for the Detroit Lions playoffs.
Yes.
You also want to root for the Detroit Lions extra draft pick.
You do?
Which means you're watching the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said the Washington Giants. I don't know why that happened.
The Durs.
The New York Giants. And who else, Spinny? I know you got a secret website. You can check it with injuries. Those guys too.
Yeah, the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders, and the Seattle Seahawks are going to be teams you want to watch. You got to hope for some losses. The Commanders are on bye this week, so they're not moving anything there. The Eagles take on the Giants, so that's looking like a loss. And I'm
in the Netherlands, right? Is that one home for the Giants?
In the Netherlands?
What do they call their place?
The Meadowlands?
The Meadowlands?
The Netherlands is a country.
No, Netherlands just played.
They're not playing in the Netherlands. They're playing in Jersey. So, but still, I think
Shout
the
out
Eagles.
Argentina.
I think the Eagles will be able to win that one. And I don't know who the Seahawks are playing this week.
I hope they're.
I think it's
I know
the Panthers.
They're
Whoever
dealing
it
with
is,
some
it's my
injuries too.
lock.
Kenneth Walker's got like an ankle
It's
thing
not
going
on
on. For the people in like hoping obviously for the Detroit Lions playoffs, obviously need the Giants to lose, and we still have a tiebreaker against them either way.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley neck injury. It sounds like he's going to play, but I'm sure sparingly. He's not going to be taking as many carries as he typically did throughout the season.
Yes, the Seahawks are playing the Panthers, by the way.
Panthers, yeah.
And that's one too. Kenneth Walker, the ankle injury, because that's a team the Detroit Lions don't have a tiebreaker against, and they're going against the Panthers. That's still a winnable game though.
Yeah,
Panthers got good defense. Though.
Panthers got a good defense. The Eagles are traveling to the Netherlands. It's you don't like to know. They're going to Jersey, so it's not far from Philly anyway. So I'm not worried about that. Eagles are going to spank the Giants. Spank them.
Keep saying it.
Spank them. And I think those are the teams you have to look out for though, because those are obviously the Bears as well. I don't know who the Bears play this week, but it's going to take a lot for the Lions if they want to creep up back in that top 3 with that Rams pick.
What is what are the injuries that they're dealing with? Because I know the Saquon Barkley one obviously I just talked about, but you had that magic sight now. I'm trying to see what injuries they got going on that we can kind of like, give the people some hope.
Bears play the Eagles, by the way, too.
Bears play the Eagles. Okay, why didn't you tell me this? Like
I did. I said you got
before
the
the
magic
show?
sight.
Okay, let's just not talk for 10 minutes while I look it up.
Just talk out loud. Say, hey, I'm on this site. It's a magic one. I'm looking for it. No, I know that the Saquon Barkley stuff's going on. If you want to root for the draft pick, let me go to Tankathon actually on that one. Because obviously we're gonna need the Broncos to beat the freaking Chiefs, which is not going to happen. Detroit Lions also need the Bears to win, which Justin Fields not doing too hot. I'm not sure how often they want to keep him trotting him out there with the banged up shoulder injury. I don't know that that's going to continue for the rest of the season, knowing they're in contention for the number 1 overall pick as well. Seahawks are obviously playing the Panthers. The Saints. Who the Saints play this weekend? Do you know, JB?
Give me a second. I can find out for you.
Everybody got plans for the weekends?
No, not yet.
I thought that site just had it like right there. You said go to any team. Look at injuries.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Oh.
This is a site I just logged into literally 10 minutes ago, and you're just asking me questions about it that you could have asked me back there, and I could have had it ready.
More than 10 minutes ago.
The Saints are also on bye, so they play the Falcons next on the 18th.
Say it one more time.
The Saints are on bye, so they play the Falcons next on the 18th.
Damn,
that's a good day.
I guess in the... Well, no, because Seattle plays Denver. Panthers... Oh, man. Baker Mayfield, Josh McDaniels. Jags are probably going to take another L this week, too. They're playing the Titans. And I guess Trevor Lawrence isn't practice all week. He's been out all week. So it sounds like he may not play. That doesn't help your draft stock. I guess this is going to be a crappy week in root for the Detroit Lions draft stock. I know that for damn sure. Who the Colts play? Let me see.
Dude, what is this segment right now?
Well, what did you have planned to say? What do you mean? What is this segment?
The Lions' keys to victory over the Vikings is what we have on the docket, but
Easy, the Colts are also on bye. So you got the Falcons, the Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, and Commanders all on bye this week.
You don't know how to find the injury report on there?
No, I don't.
You go to the... I did like 2 seconds. That's all right.
I found it for the Lions, but I can't find it for the other teams. It's not on the same... Doesn't have the same list.
So the same access?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, they bumped that. I apologize. I thought you had access to that stuff. You were bragging about it.
No, maybe you should have asked me before we were live on the show, and I could have told you.
Was this... Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, the segment we're on right now, Lions keys to victory over Vikings.
What to keep an eye on? Their injury situation is weird. Weird. You said you had an access to all the team's injuries.
You literally skipped the segment.
It's all right. It's still on the paper.
Yeah. So what is your playoff tracker?
My playoff tracker?
Yeah.
I mean, you already know what it's obviously Washington's in the bye week. We have the New York Giants, who are probably going to take an ass whooping to the Philadelphia Eagles. I know we were talking to Ryan in the back before he left for Monty and Edwards and Maz. He said to keep an eye on that one. Ryan used to bet. Like he keeps an eye on the numbers at least. He's like he doesn't bet, but he keeps his eye on it. Like he's a nerd for it. He's a big numbers guy. So he told us to keep an eye on the spread for the Giants versus the Eagles. Actually, no, I think he said that one, take the money line, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that. The Eagles are steamrolling teams. I don't know how
No, he said
the
take
Giants
the spread
are.
because it's a home dog.
Yeah.
And it's like a 7-point at
That's
home
what it is,
dog
6.5.
in division. It's going to be a tough game. I still think the Eagles get the job done because I think the Giants suck. So I think the Eagles will go out there and they'll harass Daniel Jones, get the job done, especially if Saquon doesn't play. I don't think they stand a chance.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help the Lions get closer. But that tie
I know.
last week hurt the Lions' playoff chances a lot.
Worst possible thing that could have happened for the Detroit Lions. It's not a good situation at all. But the good news is, though, I guess for people listening, and I'm sure everybody feels the same way about these two teams, is that both the Bears and the Giants are kind of pretenders. I know the Commanders have looked better since they've gotten my man Trevor. What the hell's his name?
Taylor Heineke. But they're like more game fed. And I think Terry McLaurin, he's balling ever since having him at the quarterback position too. But in the long run, I mean, they're not the greatest. But Chase Young is coming back, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking this situation out loud. That is a little bit concerning. But we still have the tiebreaker over them, and they're going to cannibalize each other anyway, the Giants and the Commanders. Although, was that the first time they played last week when they tied? Or did they play earlier in season 2? JB? I think that was the first time that they played.
I'm going to pull up the Giants' schedule right now. You know what? I might as well do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into both of these races. Not only the Giants and the Commanders and the Seahawks and the Lions trying to get into the playoffs race, but also that fight for a top 3 pick. And what's going on with that Rams pick and what teams do the Lions need to win. And like I said, you're looking at the Bears. Obviously, Houston's kind of a foregone conclusion. They're terrible. They're not going to get any wins. But you need the Bears to step up. Maybe the Bears can get another win.
I don't think the Bears can get another win. I'm really kind of expecting them at some point to maybe even shut down Justin Fields for the season just because of like what he means to the franchise, being the franchise quarterback. I don't think they can keep trotting him out there for like meaningless games. But good news for the Giants and Commanders situation. They play each other again next week. This whole division is going to cannibalize itself. Even more good news if you truly believe these Minnesota Vikings. If you're one of those guys who think the Vikings will beat the Lions, Giants play the Vikings after that, December 24th. And then the Colts, that's a winnable game for them. And then the Eagles again. So I think the Giants might actually see their way out pretty soon here. Ultimately, at the end of the day, though, Detroit Lions have to like win. That's why it's cool, I guess. So you want to know what to root for, what to keep an eye on for, and obviously the main 3 teams are Seattle, Giants, and the Commanders. But the reality of the situation for the Detroit Lions to make the playoffs is they have to win out.
Yes.
They got to win these games.
They have to win these games. They can't lose another one. That tie hurt them a lot because you're not looking at the win column. You're looking at the loss column. And now they don't have they're lost behind both of these teams.
Oh man, dude, that loss last night for the Rams. I mean, the win last night for the Rams.
The loss last night for the Lions.
It sucks, too, because fantasy playoffs are going on. Your boy's got Devontae Adams. He did have, 10 points. That's, cool. 3 catches, 70 yards. But, I didn't even get, what I needed out of him, even. How do you lose to the Rams right now, man? Not even just, defensively letting up the touchdown, but, offensively, too.
They did
There's
nothing
no Aaron
in the
Donald.
second half.
Yeah. Josh, what are you doing? Josh McDaniels, man.
It's tough.
At one point, too, I actually thought he was a good coach. I'm not lying to you. I thought this was going to be a huge redemption moment for him because this Raiders team was stacked heading into the season. I know that the situation didn't end good in Denver with Tim Tebow, but he started that season 6-0. He went to the playoffs with Tim Tebow as quarterback, which is not an ideal quarterback to have. And they won the playoff game with Tim Tebow at the quarterback. So I'm like, and obviously his resume with the Patriots too.
With somebody, and he had some somebodies out there. Obviously, the Darren Waller situation, he's been out for the majority of the year. Yeah. That's a big piece. But you have Josh Jacobs performing in a career year. He's having the best year of his career by far.
Yeah.
You have a top 2 receiver in the NFL.
And you have a pretty good quarterback. I know Derek Carr's not top 10. Yeah, but he's not bad. Awful. He's like a perfect combination, I feel like, to have with Devontae Adams. Josh McDaniels, bro. He should have been. I hate
Shout out to Bill
jobs,
Belichick for doing everything with those trash assistants for so long.
Seriously though,
but yeah.
Him and Patricia. But some people are good at coordinators, whatever. They just don't work out as head coaches.
Yeah, it's tough, and GMs need to know the decisions they're making, if they're making the right decision on a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they just didn't make the right decision. But if you want to make the right decision on your haircut, all you got to do is go to Lady Jane's, because you can come into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. Michael Phillips, game on.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Rax.
What up, though?
JB Smooth, Young Chris joining us too. It's time to get into the final predictions. Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings. Keys to victory, I should say. Now we got the injury report officially too. You put that one up, Chris?
Yeah.
Does this have the Vikings on it as well, or is just the Lions one?
This is the Lions and the Vikings.
Okay. Oh damn, I am not gonna be able to. Chris, can you read that for us?
Yeah. So we got obviously some big ones. Are Will Harris limited practice? He's questionable. Frank Ragnow full practice. DeAndre Swift full practice. Jamal Williams full practice. Taylor Decker also full practice. The only ones that are marked out are Derek Barnes, Chase Lucas, and Owasika? Is that how you say it?
Osaka.
Pretty much. You're close.
Okay. And then for the Vikings, the only player listed as out is the DL, Jonathan Bullard. Questionable is Garrett Bradbury, Christian Darrisaw, and Harrison Smith. So
Harrison Smith questionable.
I think he was out for the first game against the Detroit Lions too.
He was.
You know what's on that list that I'm a little bit concerned about, but I know it's just illness and the flu's going around, is Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah for sure.
But I mean, it being an illness and him having that situation all week, there is tomorrow and then Sunday for him to hopefully get better by. And he was limited to practice this past Friday, this Friday. So maybe, we need him healthy. The Detroit Lions need him healthy. They're going to want to beat the
Detroit
Vikings.
Lions need Jeff Okudah healthy, and they need him to play. Seeing what he did in his job limiting Justin Jefferson in their first matchup, they're going to need him out there if they expect to the same results on him.
110%. How crazy we're able to say that too. Like, if I told you beginning of the year, and actually you probably would agree to it because we're just kind of like, the Detroit Lions are thin in the secondary regardless anyway, but like, if I told you like Jeff Okudah was essential to this point, to like them being like a good team, or at least stopping Justin Jefferson, like, you just smiled, right? Like, these are good times for Detroit Lions fans.
Yes, it is. You see them playing well. You see them building as a defense. And I remember at the beginning of the season when that injury list was littered with names, when it was full of guys that were impact players and that have proven to be impact players throughout the year, like a Josh Pascal, like a Jerry Jacobs, like hopefully what we'll see out of Jameson Williams, Romeo Okwara coming back for this game. They said they don't know what kind of role he'll have yet in that defense, but he's going to be out there. So that will only help that defense. And it is something the Lions are need to do. If they want to win this game against the Vikings, they're going to have to get Kirk Cousins under some duress. Because as well as they played against Justin Jefferson in the first matchup, you can't allow him to run free, and you can't allow Kirk Cousins to stand in that pocket and wait for him to win on his route, because it's going to happen eventually. So whether that be Aiden Hutchinson, James Houston, Josh Pascal, Kaminsky, or the return of Romeo Okwara, they're going to need to get some serious pressure on Kirk Cousins and make sure he has to make his decisions fast, and he can't wait for guys like Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen to get open in that secondary.
Yeah, I'm looking too. I know that Matt, again, we was on earlier in the week, he told us that Kirk Cousins is taking a lot of sacks, and he's correct. He's top 10 in terms of taking sacks this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh most sacks this season Kirk Cousins had. And now you obviously read the injury report. Questionable. I guess that's truly a 50-50 stance on that, but there's 2 offensive linemen on there for the Minnesota Vikings. We have Romeo Okwara coming back. We have Josh Pascal. These are guys that weren't in that matchup the first game.
Yes.
The Detroit Lions. Josh Pascal, Romeo Okwara. Romeo Okwara, by the way, a guy who put up 10 sacks in his career. James Houston. My Lord, how did I forget that one? Yeah. Great point, Spinny. James Houston. And then I add, I guess lean to this in the prop it up segment too, but I don't think that Aiden Hutchinson was 100% himself, or at least that was the excuse we were giving him after a 3-sack performance and having nothing after the fact. Yeah. But truly, he did have the thigh situation going on in the Commanders game. The 7th most sacks in the league. Detroit Lions defense coming on, and dare I say, Kirby Joseph becoming quite the playmaker too. So if he's helping Okudah bracket this time around, maybe he capitalizes, taking the ball back to the crib, or at least grabs it out of the air.
For sure. And Malcolm, we know when we had Malcolm on, he talked about wanting to get interceptions.
Still,
he's going to have his opportunities.
The one he almost had, Anzalone secured it.
If he's going one-on-one with Hawkinson, he's going to be seeing some balls thrown his way. So he's going to have some opportunities to make plays on the pass.
I love Malcolm.
You just think Hawkinson's the man.
I don't think he's a man. I think he's a top 10 tight end, which he is.
Yeah, that's not saying much though.
Top 10's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like the tight end position is littered with these talents. It's like 3 or 4, and then everybody else.
He's definitely one of the better tight ends like in the NFL.
Again, there's like 4 great tight ends, and then everybody else is around the same.
I don't think that's the case. What are you gonna say, Chris? I see you had your hand up.
Yeah. I just keep going back to this every time we talk injuries. Are you guys starting to now consistently for the last few weeks, the Lions have been the healthier team than most teams. And remember Dan Campbell in Hard Knocks was like, you got to trust me, man. You got to trust me. And then the season started off with a lot of injuries. Did that are you starting to buy that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was about when he was like, you got to trust me, you got to trust me. It was for the injuries of it. It was more for them being ready for contact and ready for actual football, not starting off the season slow.
Well, wasn't it specifically for like prepping their bodies for full contact, but also wasn't it kind of to do with injury or no?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's more about not wanting them to
be shell-shocked.
To start off the season as their first actual hitting stuff in their first game, so they can get that under their belt. But yeah, I think the Lions have dealt with some injuries this year, but they are getting healthier towards the end of the season, where most teams are losing players to injury, so that's good. They're trending upwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wonder if that goes I wonder how much of that situation plays to Vegas favoring the Lions in this matchup. Is it because obviously they know our defense is coming on? Part of that is a lot of these guys coming back for injury. I mentioned the guys along the defensive line. I mentioned the emergence of Kirby Joseph since then too, but I did maybe a little bit during the prop segment, but Jerry Jacobs now, available for us. And Lord knows Amani Warrior was struggling with Adam Thielen out there last time around. the health, guys coming back, it really means something. I don't know if that's more testament, again, the Vegas odds. I don't know if that's more testament to like the Lions getting healthy or the play of the actual teams, but I'm with the shits either way, and I could see it going both ways too for why they would do that. I mean, the Detroit Lions almost beat them in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, without a lot of their impact players, without guys like we already mentioned it on defense with Romeo Okwara, Josh Pascal, James Houston, Kirby Joseph, guys like that weren't playing in this game when they played the Vikings the first time this year, and it came down to a Dan Campbell miscue that cost them that game. So that's why I'm extremely confident that the Lions get a victory here.
Not to mention that was also the game that Tracy Walker went down, so you had to adjust to that mid-game.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough when you lose a guy like that and you put in Juju Hughes,
your play caller.
Doesn't really know what he's doing back there, and he's not ready for that situation. Well, he got a severe neck injury.
No, that was
Savion Smith.
Yeah, that's Savion Smith. I think Juju's got practice squad. He might still be on the roster. I'm not 100% sure, but we haven't heard his name in a while. That means he's not seeing the field. Yeah. If he does, it's definitely through special teams.
Limited.
Limited fashion for sure.
There were a lot of different things that go into that factor, into that loss. So, and there are a lot of things that factor into me thinking the Lions can seriously come away with this. And I think it's going to be more than a touchdown that the Lions win by. I'll say that.
I fully expect TJ Hawkinson to have a big game too, but I don't know if that stops the Detroit Lions from like winning the whole situation. I mean, the Vikings have a horrible defense. We have a top 10 ranked offense.
I expect Hawkinson to do what he does. Like I said, like 4 to 5 catches, around 50 yards, maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, right now he's 4th in the league in yards for tight ends. Touchdowns, he ranks 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I don't think TJ Hawkinson's ever winning or losing you a game.
Yeah. I agree. I think he's more of like a luxury to have.
Yeah, for sure.
And the way our offense is built too, I know that Neil and you are trying to I guess minimize him as a player, but I don't see it that way. I just saw that our offense, the Detroit Lions offense, can move along without him. We have so many pass catchers within this offense that TJ Hawkinson isn't necessary.
So, I mean, you
especially
look what he's doing in Minnesota.
Too.
His first game in Minnesota was his best game. He had 9 catches for 70 yards.
Yeah.
And he went for 7 for 45, 5 for 34, 5 for 43, 4 for 33.
Yeah.
So that's what he does. He catches around 5 balls and he'll be right around 50 yards, and maybe he's had 1 touchdown since he's been in Minnesota. So. That's what I expect. I don't expect him to go off for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns or anything crazy like that, because he's only done that twice in his career. So
the one thing I'll say on touchdowns, I know that Matt asked us, or maybe he asked Mike, if TJ Hawkinson drops a lot, which characteristically throughout his career, not so much this year though, a lot. And he had 2 drop tuds.
Yeah.
In the Minnesota Vikings uniform, which I'm surprised by. But I mean, receiving yards, I'm looking at just like Josh Reynolds. I'm looking at. He had a couple of big games. He's finally back healthy too.
And DJ Chark had kind of a breakout performance against the Jaguars.
I know it's scary for some Lions fans. It was scary for me once upon a time, but you're allowed to be confident in this one.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough for Lions fans to buy in, but you heard me on Monday. I'm all in.
Yeah, all in, and so much so you put your money down on it. And when you win some money, there's only one place to spend it, and that's Moneyball Sportswear. Because whether you're looking for the latest looking athletic apparel or looking for uniforms for your new team, Moneyball has it all. Check out their showroom in Southfield or go to visit them at moneyballsportswear.com. Moneyball. It's the only way to ball, baby.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetter8.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Okuda gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Armani, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
The official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network is The Butchery. You can call 248-682-2697. Yes, that's 248-682-COWS. Or move on over to thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. Again, shout out to Chef Dave for the birth of his child. You know the man knows how to handle his meat, so why don't you go buy some from him at thebutcherysl.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on a Friday. On a Friday on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, jumping my man Spin More Rax.
Hello, Mike.
It's time to put somebody in the ring suit. I don't know if it's going to be me. I don't know if it's going to be you. It could be young Chris. Or it could be JB.
Never.
But it's time for the Football Friday Pickle.
Are we
throwing UFC fights in there or no?
Huh?
Are we throwing UFC fights in this one or no?
No.
What? No.
It's the same as football. It's 50-50. You heard Bane?
Next
Anybody has a chance.
Up. First game.
First up.
First things first on the realist. We just got done talking about Eazy Vikings, Lions. Who you got?
Lions.
Is that your lock?
I would make it my lock, but Spencer did tell me beforehand he wanted to be his lock, so I'll be a good friend and I'll allow him.
I appreciate that.
You're
JB.
welcome.
Let the record show Easy's a bigger man.
Is that a fat joke?
No.
Sounded like it.
Sound like a fat joke.
It was those jokes. It was those jokes, like just letting you know, like I'm the bigger man. No. Okay, never mind. You guys know it. It's fine.
I'm taking the Lions, man. Easy on this one.
Chris?
I'm taking the Lions. Easy money.
I'm taking the Lions as well, and that is my lock. I just think there is so much going forward to it. The Lions have a lot coming back. They're going to get this done, and I think it's 38-24. I think they win big. Next up, Browns at Bengals.
38-24 is the score spin you bet on.
No, I didn't bet on it.
You didn't do it?
No, I was thinking it was plus, I think plus 18,000.
You might as well know, man.
Browns at Bengals. Who you got?
Browns at Bengals. This is it sounds like you just take the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
In the last 11 games, the Browns are 9-2 against the Cincinnati Bengals.
And Massage Man is back.
And the Massage Man is back, but he may be rusty, so you know what? I'm going to go with the Bengals.
JB?
Joe Burrow's playing another level right now, too.
He is.
Yeah, give me the Bengals on this one. I can't side with Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry.
Fair. Chris, I know you like massages.
Relax. Chill. I'm going with the Bengals. It's easy money.
I'm also going with the Bengals. The guy, Joe Burrow's playing out of his
out of his gizzard.
I almost said something wild. I'll tell you about it later. Joe Burrow's playing out of his mind. He's vaulted himself in the MVP conversation. I'm going with the Bengals. Next up, we got
Bang.
Eagles at Giants in the Netherlands. Who do you got, Easy?
Eagles. Not even hesitate on that one. Yeah, give me the Eagles all day. Saquon Barkley got that neck situation going on. I don't know if he's going to be...
Not a lot of close games this week.
That's fine.
Yeah. JB?
Eagles. Can I make this my lock too?
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'm taking the Eagles as a lock.
All right. Let's go Giants. Chris.
It's easy. Eagles.
Easy, baby. The Eagles.
Easy money.
I'm also going with the Eagles. This is a game they should lock up. The Giants are fraudulent, especially if they don't have Saquon Barkley. Next up, we got Bucks at 49ers.
Ooh.
Who you got?
Bucks at 49ers. 49ers got Brock Purdy in at quarterback. Tom Brady getting Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
That's why I said Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Putt.
Pass block win rate.
Damn, Tom Brady's on a heater right now.
Unique New York.
2-1 since the divorce.
Give me the 49ers. It was tough to say.
Easy's taking San Fran. JB, who do you got?
Lindsey Hunter was in here earlier. I'm taking his 49ers.
Wow.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be a crazy man taking him.
JB is just not going with any reasoning, just going with all gut. I like it.
Another fat joke.
Chris, who do you got?
Never bet against TB12.
Tom Brady. I am going to bet against TB12, and I'm going with the 49ers because they are loaded on offense, and they have one of the best defenses in the league, even with Brock Purdy. I still think they get it done. Next up, we got Dolphins at Chargers. This is probably going to be game of the week.
This is going to be banger.
Mike Williams cleared to play.
Chargers. Just because I hate Tua.
That's fair.
All right. And I don't even hate Tua. I just hate Neil. I'm just kidding.
JB.
Jeez.
Chargers are such a disappointment right now. Give me the Dolphins.
All right. I like it. Chris.
Tyreek Hill. He's fast. He's not blazing, but he's fast.
Oh, he's blazing.
He's blazing.
He's possibly the fastest football player I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
He's the most blazing?
He's the most blazing.
Other than Pimpleton?
Yeah.
Because Pimpleton's very fast.
Is there, like, really, though, is there someone faster that we're just, like, not
that plays
thinking
football?
of?
No.
Yeah.
It's like him.
In our lifetime, I'm saying. Yeah. Like, open it up.
Chris Johnson?
Yeah, there's one. Who would think, Jimmy?
I don't really know. Because didn't they have, like, a little competition, like, the fastest man on the planet? And then,
but Tyreek was, like, jogging. That was during the Pro Bowl. And, like, Micah Parsons won. But Tyreek Hill was like jogging.
There you go, like Micah Parsons.
Oh no, not Mike Parsons. But I feel like there was like some other like weird competition that was like only on the internet or something like that. I think it was like him and.
Don't tell us
Tyreek Hill called out DK Metcalf.
Don't tell us about your
he didn't want the
porn fantasies, JB.
Yeah, for real.
No, it's not DK though. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody faster than Tyreek.
I know that Scotty Miller challenged him. Scotty Miller told Tyreek he'd step up.
Yeah, okay.
And Tyreek.
Back down. No.
Honestly, if I'm Tyreek, I'm saying no to that too. You can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't lose to
So
Scotty
you got
Miller out
the
here.
Dolphins, Chris?
Yes, I got the Dolphins. Go with fast guy.
This is a tough one.
Nah.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as well.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably like the brain pick I would went with.
I just think they're a better team.
Yeah, they've been more consistent.
And final one, Monday Night Football, Patriots at Cardinals. Who you got?
Ooh,
this is gonna be a stinker.
Yeah, no one cares about this.
JB,
what was it? One more time.
Patriots at Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cardinals? Oh, I was about to write down New England. Chris, who you got?
Why do we have to pick this game? This game is boring. But if I have to, I'll go New England.
Honestly, I think it might be okay.
Go with who?
New England.
Are we going to go up for that one? Depends on my pockets looking like, honestly.
I'm going to go with New England as well.
So me and Chris need a lock?
You and Chris both need locks, yes.
Who's unlockable?
Who's unlockable is Detroit and Philly. You can go Cincinnati, San Fran, Chargers, New England. Chris, you can go Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, Miami, or New England.
Ooh.
Go ahead. Go first,
F
Chris.
Cleveland. Give me Cincinnati lock.
Cincinnati, I like that.
F
That's
Cleveland.
probably the safest lock.
Yeah, for sure.
I just gotta hope and pray that the San Fran defense steps up. So give me San Fran as my lock.
San Fran is a lock with Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
that's
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
He's given 4 different names this last segment.
Brock Purdy. Well, that is it. That is our pick 'em going into next week. We're gonna see who's in the Beaner suit. I don't want to say anything, but Eazy
went out there.
Week. You picked the Chargers. You locked the Niners.
Feels like my week. I'm not gonna lie.
Say it on camera.
Never lost.
But
there you go.
Never lost.
If you need defense in your picks or whatever you need them in, all you got to do is go to Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm will keep you safe and give you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road. With their 24/7 local monitoring, they make sure the things that are important to you stay safe. All you have to do is call 1-800-STAY OUT. That's 1-800-STAY OUT right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Stay out, dude.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Our very own Ryan Armani has lost up to 20-plus pounds with Custom Health. I personally think he looks better on this side, but, the majority of the world will be against me on that one.
I don't know.
On the other side... On the other side, he looks pretty damn good, too. And, yes, this is just 20 pounds of weight loss.
20.
Imagine how much you could lose if you get Custom Health Center's help. All you have to do is call 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446, and let Custom Health Centers help you today. You know what? It's pretty messed up. They have the two fat guys up here doing all these reads. It's like,
hey, trust me, go to Planet Fitness and call this place to lose weight.
In the original read, it was even like, if you're fat and unhealthy like me, we're like, stick, bro, what the hell is that?
No. And we're not advocates for it. Like,
remember my first read?
If you want to, that's who you go to.
Yeah, do what you do.
Yeah.
Remember my first read of that where I was like, if you're fat like me, and you guys just started cracking out laughing because I didn't think he would put something like that in the script.
Yeah, it was messed up.
Dude,
all the activations you have to do.
Bro. He's in there playing Remix to Ignition on repeat, and we're just trying to get our reads off here.
What a menace.
Chris has told us that his two idols in the
Chill.
If I could just combine Kanye and R. Kelly,
all the best parts about both of them.
If I just could pick each part that I like about.
Oh man,
that's nasty. Y'all are foul for that.
It's classic.
We have a Christmas party this weekend.
We do. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We discuss the synchronizing outfits, and then you went against it.
Yeah.
You didn't even tell me.
I mean, I'm just gonna wear the suit I already have.
Oh, I forgot to hit the thumbs up.
Yeah,
if you're wearing a suit, I'm not coming.
Why? That's literally the theme.
No, I'm not wearing a suit.
Then don't wear a suit. What are you gonna wear? It's dress to impress.
Well, some people said you could just wear a little button up.
Okay.
Actually, Alyssa told us that.
I'm gonna wear a suit.
I'm not coming.
Don't come.
Show me up.
I'm gonna have a good
Tell me
time.
we're in Santa suits and I'm wearing
I wanted
a suit.
to get a Santa suit.
My bad, bro.
But honestly, I got drunk a couple times this week, and I forgot to go look for one.
Let's go look tomorrow. Let's get drunk and look. That sounds like an awesome idea.
That's true.
Dude, we should vlog it.
I'm having lunch with my mom tomorrow, but
even better reason to get drunk.
That is also true. That is also true.
We'll get drunk with lunch with mom. I'll pick you up. Then we'll get drunk.
Where do you like buy a Santa suit?
This is a good question.
Can we rent one?
Anybody in the Woodward
in
Sports
the Woodward
chat?
Sports chat?
Yeah.
If you know where we could rent a Santa suit,
There's a costume store like by my house. It's like a Halloween store.
Yeah.
So maybe hit them up. I'm sure they got
that's
something.
technically like impressing, though, right? Like,
What do you mean? Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the theme is green and red.
Even better.
Yeah.
Wait, is green and red? That's the thing?
Green and red is the theme.
Oh, wow.
I'm about to ask for advance so I can buy a new suit.
I mean, I was just gonna wear my black suit with a red shirt and a green tie. I wasn't even gonna wear a tie actually. I was just gonna wear a red shirt and a Santa hat.
Yeah, I might have to.
I
go
don't have a
shopping
red
tomorrow.
button up.
But
Are you going?
Or green. Yeah.
Tonight, that's the night.
Tomorrow.
What's tonight?
No, tomorrow's the night.
Oh yeah.
You know, every guy that works here has a mission. You guys seen the cake cam?
Personality.
Yeah, so I'm
Christmas store. Rocket Talks.
Caked up in personality.
Should we get drunk and
Take
go
one
looking?
from those guys ringing the bell.
That would be so
Said
fun. That'd be the best part of the
you want me
vlog.
to jump the Salvation Army Santa?
It is Fade Friday, so.
I mean, a certain population would be happy if that happened.
If you jump the Salvation
Yeah,
Santa?
Salvation Army doesn't like gay people or like the LGBT community.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Why?
It's a big thing.
Is it? I've never heard of that.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Look it up. They're like,
It's been just like, well, I'm part of a Salvation Army club.
I play Santa.
I stand outside.
I mean, I wish we planned it better, but that does sound like a fire ass vlog, like just getting drunk and looking for Santa
Looking for
suits.
Santa costume. Yeah, like pulling up on people. Hey, you know where we can get a Santa suit?
Hiccup.
Find somebody with a beard and be like, hey.
I know you know.
I know you know.
I know you know. Tell me where the suit is.
Honestly, it's Chris is going to dress up as Elf on the short bus. Says I King Horse. Jesus, man.
I do have my buddy the elf costume actually from Halloween.
Yeah, that's
in Michigan
true.
State.
I'll be Santa if no, never mind.
No, I asked you to be an elf, and you said I was racist.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
So you want me
I
to
can't
be
be an elf. I'm like a foot taller than you.
No, you're like 4 inches taller. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Spencer's height. Spencer's like guessing on height. It's
Yeah,
just
I could
terrible.
be like an elf that I don't know.
What?
It took HGH or something.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna do the Santa thing together.
I'm down. I'm down if we can find Santa suits.
What time are you doing lunch with Mom?
Probably like 11.
All right. I think we're gonna get drunk and find.
Yeah,
a Santa
and
suit.
my mom lives like 18 and something, so I'll be
Yeah,
around there anyways.
I'm down. I might just hit that place and cop 2 of them. I did something to my back just now.
What place? Do you have a plug on Santa suits?
Not Santa suits.
I'm gonna hit up,
yeah.
I'm gonna hit up my guy. You know, I got a
Mark
Santa
does
suit
it.
guy. I'm gonna tell him to come through.
I'm actually
Gotta
looking
go.
right now. I think they have some at like Home Depot or Party City if you wanted to
Really?
swing by one of those
Home
places.
Depot has Santa suits?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Why the f-
I don't know.
It kind of makes sense though if like
Hey, bro,
if
we
you're
could go to
dad.
Home Depot.
when
We
you're
could eat a
building
hot
your-
dog. Get a
Yeah.
Santa suit.
As long as we're doing it drunk, that's the
Dressed
fun
up like a
part
hot dog. This guy. So is that guy.
choking on fork
So
and
is that-
Frank.
oh no!
Oh no.
Shout out! I think you should leave.
Yeah, but
What are you wearing, Chris? Are you coming?
Yeah, I was
Chris,
just gonna
dress
wear a
as an
suit.
elf. We'll dress as Santa. You can dress as JB.
No.
Are you coming?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Dress as an elf.
That's racist.
And don't say there's no black elves because there are. I've seen the movie.
I wasn't going to say that, but I was like, nah, I probably
How
need to go
many?
shopping again just because I don't think the outfit I have is going to fit the thing. But
That would be great though. Or be a reindeer,
a reindeer?
but just like wear a suit and just reindeer horns.
I got prance around everywhere.
Yeah. Chris, dress up as an elf and we'll be Santa.
Oh my god!
I'll be Mrs.
I don't think
Claus.
that. I think the costume's not in good
That would
shape
be funny.
because it was a Michigan State Halloween, so I don't think the costume's in good shape.
It's kind of gross you kept it. Yeah,
It's wrinkly. It's got throw up all over it. He's like, yeah, I'll wear this.
Not throw up, but
Honestly,
for sure.
should
Probably
I
a
be
lot of-
Mrs. Claus
Costume has been through it.
and not
Yeah.
shave?
I mean, it would be hilarious, but like, are you on a mission tomorrow or what? Like, I don't know. You think you?
I feel like that would put in extra points.
Yeah, if you want to be Mr. Claus, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it would be very
100%.
funny. Yeah.
All right, then I'll be Santa Claus.
All right. We should definitely do that.
Like, oh my God, we didn't know you were gay. Good for you guys.
Thanks for coming
Santa's
out, guys.
so progressive.
This means a lot. But
I King Chat Champ of the Week, by the way. Congrats,
we appreciate you all. Yeah, I King Chat Champ of the Week. We appreciate you all for tuning in with us all week. You know where we are. WoodwardSports.com, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. For the man on my left, the one, the only Speak Easy. Chris Platty holding it down the TD booth. JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Or come down the brass rail on Sunday before the Lions game.
Oh, yeah.
And chill with us. We're going to be doing interviews, having some drinks, having a good time. So come chill.
Sure.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.